Corn smut, caused by the fungus Ustilago maydis, has been known to affect maize, corn, for a very long time, but pinpointing an exact date of discovery is challenging because the disease likely co-evolved with maize itself. Maize has been cultivated by indigenous peoples in Mesoamerica for thousands of years, and evidence suggests that corn smut was recognized and used by these cultures long before European contact. In terms of scientific recognition, the documentation and study of corn smut would have become more formalized with the development of botanical and mycological science in the 18th and 19th centuries. However, the understanding that Ustilago maydis was the causative agent of corn smut would have been established more solidly in the 19th century with the advancements in the field of microbiology. Interestingly, in addition to being a plant disease, corn smut, known as huitlacoche in Mexico, is considered a delicacy in Mexican cuisine, valued for its earthy and savory flavor. This use likely dates back to ancient times, reflecting a long-standing awareness of the fungus among Mesoamerican peoples. Corn smut, caused by the fungus Ustilago maydis, follows a distinctive route of infection in maize, corn. The process starts when the fungal spores land on the corn plant, finding a suitable environment for germination, which requires moisture and the right temperature. The fungus primarily enters the plant through wounds or natural openings. These entry points can include sites of mechanical damage, which might be caused by farming equipment or insect activity, as well as natural openings like the silks of corn ears or the stomata on leaves. After gaining entry, Ustilago maydis proliferates within the plant's tissues, exploiting the plant's cellular mechanisms to its advantage. It induces the host to form large tumor-like galls, which are most commonly observed on the ears and kernels of the corn, and can also appear on leaves and stalks. Inside these galls, the fungus continues its life cycle, growing and eventually producing a large number of new spores. These galls, which start out white and fleshy, eventually turn gray as they mature and fill with black powdery spores. The mature spores are released when the galls burst open, disseminated by wind, rain, or mechanical actions, ready to infect new plants. While Ustilago maydis typically does not kill the host plant, it can significantly impact corn yield and quality. However, in regions like Mexico, where the smut is considered a delicacy known as huitlacoche, it is intentionally cultivated. Environmental conditions such as high humidity and warm temperatures greatly influence the spread and severity of corn smut, promoting the development and proliferation of the fungus. Corn smut disease, caused by the fungus Ustilago maydis, is characterized by distinctive and easily recognizable symptoms, predominantly involving the formation of galls on the maize plant. These galls are tumor-like swellings that can appear on any above-ground part of the plant but are most commonly found on ears and kernels. Initially, these galls are soft, spongy, and light-colored, typically white or silvery. As the disease progresses, they enlarge and become filled with a dark, powdery mass of spores, eventually turning gray or black as the spores mature. The galls can vary widely in size and number, often replacing the infected kernels completely and leading to a significant reduction in grain yield. They can also disrupt the plant's normal functions, such as photosynthesis and nutrient transport, especially when they form on leaves and stalks. This disruption not only impacts the health of the plant but its productivity as well. In severe cases, the presence of large galls can cause overall distortion of the affected plant parts. For example, infected ears might appear unusually swollen or misshapen, further highlighting the impact of the infection. Despite the negative effects on crop yield, in regions like Mexico, the galls of corn smut are harvested and cherished as a delicacy known as huitlacoche, prized for its earthy and savory flavor. The environment plays a crucial role in the development of corn smut symptoms, with high humidity and warm temperatures providing ideal conditions for the growth and spread of the Ustilago maydis fungus. Treating corn smut, which is caused by the fungus Ustilago maydis, involves several management strategies aimed at reducing the disease's incidence and mitigating its impact on corn production. Crop rotation is a key practice, as rotating corn with non-host crops for 2-3 years helps reduce the inoculum levels in the soil. Although complete resistance to corn smut is rare, planting corn varieties that show reduced susceptibility can also help control the spread of the disease. Sanitation measures, such as removing and destroying infected plant parts and managing crop debris effectively, are critical. These measures reduce the source of spores that could infect future crops. Balancing soil fertility, particularly by avoiding excessive nitrogen fertilization, can decrease plant susceptibility to infections. Implementing optimal planting practices that ensure proper plant density and spacing promotes good air circulation among the plants, reducing humidity and moisture levels that favor fungal growth. While chemical control options like fungicides are typically not effective once galls have formed, preventive applications of systemic fungicides might help protect against early infections. However, their effectiveness can vary and they are not generally recommended as the primary control strategy due to environmental concerns. Research into biological control methods continues, though no widely commercialized biological products specifically target corn smut. Regular field monitoring and early detection of the disease allow for timely interventions, such as the removal of affected plants, which can prevent the spread of the fungus within a crop season. Management practices can differ based on the economic value of smut-infected corn in various regions. In areas where huitlacoche is considered a delicacy, such as in Mexico, practices might even focus on encouraging its growth under controlled conditions. Conversely, in regions focused on maximizing grain yield, the strategies aim to minimize the occurrence and impact of the disease.